I'm Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the eTrailer truck rack on our 2011 Ford F-150. Now this is going to be a great option if you're looking for something that's going to be affordable and can carry your longer objects. So let's check it out. This is going to be more of a universal fit, so it can fit a lot of different vehicles of varying bed lengths. So right now we have this shorter bed, but even if you had a long bed, this is still going to be able to work out. Now, I think this is going to be great for anyone who is a contractor and you have those longer loads like our ladders, lumber, piping, or any type of building material. I think this really stands out. And not only is it great for those longer items, like I said, it's going to be affordable and it's going to give you a lot of good points to tie those items off to. So let's start at the top. So up here, we're going to have our load stop. This is going to go all the way across. This is great because you can tie off with some straps on either one of these bars, and it's going to act as a load stop, so any type of load you have in here, you don't have to worry about it sliding off because it'll keep it in place. Right beneath that, we're going to have these holes. You're going to have 3 here and 2 more on the inside that I'm currently using that tie off my ladder at the moment. And these are great because they're going to give you enough room to put moderate sized hooks through, especially this one at the bottom that's going to be extra large. Now, if you don't want to use hooks or some type of ratcheting strap, what you can do here at the bottom is use this cleat if you have any type of rope that you want to use to tie your items off to. Now what you could do with this as well is if you're out and about on a job site and you got some type of cable or some type of rope that you're taking to and from your truck, you can just put it here instead to make that process a little bit quicker. And here at the bottom we can see how this installs, and this is what I really like about it, is that we're going to have 2 of these hooks per foot. And these are just going to clamp on to your bed rails. That's what's nice about it. We don't have to make any modification or drilling to our bed. It also makes it easier for actually installing as well. I will say the hard part though is lifting it on your bed, so I recommend having a couple friends for that. Part of that is because this is going to be made of steel, and with it being made of steel, it's just going to have a higher weight capacity. It's going to be more sturdy than some other options out there. It's actually going to be rated for 1,000 pounds for your load. Just make sure that you don't overload your bed, because if you're maxing out what your bed is able to carry and with the ladder rack, you're probably going to damage something. Let's get a couple measurements to see how this is sitting on here. So the first one I'm going to get is going to be underneath to see how much space we can fit here, and that's going to be about 49.5 inches. And the overall height this is going to add to your vehicle is a little bit under 56 inches. So this gives us an idea. When we're loading items back here, if you have anything like some washers or dryers, they'll probably fit back here just fine. Now, if you have anything taller like a fridge, that might be kind of difficult if you have a load on top of here. If you don't, you could probably put it in at an angle and work around it, but it will be still a little bit hard to work with. Now, with the total height of this, that's good to know if you're going through any low clearance areas like a garage. And for the front side, for the space above our cab we're going to have, that's going to be about 3.5 inches. So even if you have a really heavy load, especially on the front side, this has plenty of clearance where it's not going to make contact with anything. And talk about how much space this is really taking up. This is almost going to be the entire length of your cab up front. So that's nice that we're really utilizing the entire space of the truck. To start off with, we're going to make sure we have our ladder rack and make sure all those bolts are loosened up. And a few things I did that kind of just prep me for this moving process is just measure the width and the length of my bed so I know that my ladder rack is going to fit this. It's also going to make this a little bit easier too when we put it on. But I did grab an extra pair of hands. I got 8 in here to help me lift it up from the back side, and I'm going to be on the front side. And we're just going to lift up. The biggest thing about this is just to take your time and take it slow. So once we kind of got it roughly lined up, we're just going to continue to push this until we're getting this in the spot that we want it to sit. Once we have it on our bed, then we can tighten it down. I recommend doing the back side first to tighten down those feet, because that will allow us to adjust these front legs, either pull them forward or back some, since we left all these points up here loosened up. But I'm going to keep mine in this spot because I think this is pretty good. We have plenty of clearance underneath here and we're taking up most of our bed. And I'm just going to stick this J-cell clamp underneath here, making sure we're on a relatively flat surface, grabbing our flat and split washer, and then putting that nut on the very top of there and hand tightening it up. Once you have that done, we're going to do that same thing on the spot right next to here. Adjust it so it fits on there fairly well. Put on that flat, then split, and then nut. From here, just hand tighten it, and then repeat that on the other side, and then tighten up with a socket and wrench. Since all the bases are tightened down to our truck, we can adjust this. So sometimes when you initially put it on, it might be at a little bit of an angle. So what we do here is slightly kind of pull or push on one side, on the back end, and then on the front end. This is going to ensure that everything is properly leveled off. Once you're done with that, we'll come back through here and we're going to find every single one of these bolts and we're going to tighten it down. Even if you think you already got it, just hit it again just to be safe. And from here, you give it a good old shake test. And if it doesn't go anywhere, you can load it up and take it out for a ride. If you guys have any other questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.